That's kind of how I missed out on Max B. I'm just being straight up honest. And Jim ended up signing him because Jim seen the vision, but because Jim had an outside vision of Max. I grew up with Max, Charlie Rambo, nigga play all day. Nigga throwing piss on the bums, joking all the time. So when he came to me and said he gonna start rapping, I was like, yo, Charlie, stop playing. His exact words was Killa. They were like, no, let's get this shit clicking like Dorothy's heels. I said, yo, this nigga play too much, man. So sometimes you gotta see the vision, but it's a lot of people that I seen that not necessarily still live in New York. They live outside of New York, and still people who live in New York who be like, Cam, I'm from Harlem. You gotta put me on, da, 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 da. And it's like, bro, let me tell you one thing about Harlem. If you good or you hot, they gonna support. Harlem can't wait to branch on to somebody that's good and say, yo, these niggas is hot, or this person hot. Let's move, let's do it. Not only that, the other boroughs will pick up. Cause you know how many niggas from Queens or Brooklyn or the Bronx, everybody come to Harlem, or at least they used to. So niggas be like, yo, you got a Harlem nigga? You know how frustrating it used to be watching 100 niggas from Long Island get on? EPMD, Eric B, Rakim, motherfucking Bismarcky. And then you think about Queens, you think about LL Cool J, Tribe Called Quest, Nas, 50 Cent, Run DMC. The list goes on. Brooklyn, shit, Big Daddy Kane, motherfucking, all these people. So in Harlem, we used to say like, yo, Harlem got a jinx, man. Harlem got a jinx. I don't think none of us ever getting on because nobody had been on since Dougie Fresh, Rob Bass, or Kumo D. It was a drought till Mase came and broke the drought. So
our fans, we just sold out the Brooklyn Paramount less than 24 hours. Nobody had to double back and get y'all another day. January 17th, Brooklyn Paramount, the double back. We calling it the double back dawn. That's the name of this joint right here, the double back dawn, part 2. We coming out, we gonna make it a movie. You already know, Max Bigavell signing out. Peace.
Where the wave was invented. Downstairs, under me. Child, ask Bigavell. Y'all call him Bigavell Max B. I know him as Charlie Rambo.
Charlie Rambo.
I'm from the building where the wave was invented, and it was invented after I was born. I'm a top fan. And no disrespect to Bigavell, because that's my brother. That's my little brother. I just spoke to Max motherfucking 2 weeks ago. That's my brother. Max tell you though, I've been outside.
The wave is officially back, and Max B is finally home. The energy he is bringing is incredible. The moment he touched down, the entire internet was galvanized. It seems the whole city has been waiting for this man to step out and reclaim his position. Max Bigavelli, also known as Charlie Rambo, is moving like he never left, and people have been craving his distinct sound for years. Many have noted that the music scene lost its raw, smooth Harlem flavor, but now Max B is sliding right back into position, seemingly without missing a beat. And he hasn't emerged alone. He has linked up with 2 Harlem bosses who have already built their own empires, Mase and Camron. That is a power lineup right there, artists who have been running their own successful lanes and making major moves every day. Max B is stepping back into the game with strategy, confidence, and the right team behind him. Every move feels calculated, like he is deliberately setting the board piece by piece. At this point, it looks like there is no slowing him down. After serving 18 years, anyone would need time to settle and find balance again. But Max didn't just find balance, he found momentum. Things truly seem to have shifted in his favor, and it appears he is only getting started. We are already seeing the cosigns pouring in heavily. As soon as possible, Ferg is showing love, French Montana is tapping in, and even Lil Durk is giving his stamp of approval to the wave. These are not small names. These are people who have always understood Max's impact, and now they are proudly standing right beside him. But there is something bigger happening. It feels like a vibrant, crazy energy is floating over New York City and the entire East Coast right now. Something in the air shifted the moment Max stepped back outside. The proof is clear. Max B is selling out shows back-to-back. Venues literally have to double book him because every date is sold out within 24 hours. That type of momentum has not been seen in a minute. If you are not moving like NBA YoungBoy in terms of numbers right now, you are not generating this level of hype. Pay attention, Max B is moving differently. Salute to the wave, because it is still as strong as ever. He's running through clubs, packing rooms, and shutting down venues, and the wildest part is that he's doing it all with his classic material. People waited so long to hear those records live because he never got the chance to fully tour. He was incarcerated before he could truly capitalize on his buzz. Now, everyone finally gets to witness it, and the streets were starving for this moment. New York is moving wildly right now because of this man. The whole city feels alive again, as if that classic Harlem sound finally shook the streets after all these years. It's the energy everybody has been craving, and Max came home and instantly pushed the button. And let's be honest, he just lined himself up with one of the smartest moves he could have made. Shout out to Camron and Mase. When those two step in, you know Harlem is active again. It genuinely feels like Harlem is back, and not just in conversation, they are actually winning. Camron and Mase have one of the hottest shows in the culture right now. Their ears are sharp, their influence is real, and their whole platform is jumping like crazy. Now Max B slides in, fresh home, linked with the right people, and bringing his own wave back with him. How do you lose with that type of lineup? It's a recipe for straight wins. Shout out to Sugar Doug too. If you know, you know. I remember Camron telling the story of how he knew Charlie Rambo way back. These dudes grew up in the same building. The connection was always there. The history was real. Cam just didn't see the vision back then. But now, the timing is perfect. And everything has finally lined up the way it was supposed to.
We just sold out the Brooklyn Paramount less than 24 hours. Nobody had to double back and get y'all another day. January 17th. Brooklyn Paramount, the double back. We calling it the double back dawn. That's the name of this joint right here, the double back dawn, part 2. We coming out, we gonna make it a movie. You already know, Max Biggervale signing out. Peace.
I have to be honest, Camron truly knew Max B on a personal level. They came from the same environment, the same buildings, and the same blocks. However, Camron simply did not see the full vision in him back then, a fact he has admitted himself. Camron even spoke on his It Is What It Is show about how he fumbled the bag by not taking Charlie Rambo seriously when Max B first emerged. I understand exactly what Camron meant. Many people approach you just because they are from your neighborhood, believing that automatically guarantees they possess talent. But it doesn't work that way. Max B was one of the rare exceptions who truly shone through the mix, a genuine diamond out of the rough. He proved himself, he validated his sound, and he showed he could stand out on his own merit. I've experienced the same phenomenon. People hitting me up constantly, asking to be put in position simply because we share the same background. But at the end of the day, you must actually possess the skill and know how to express it. If you don't have it, it becomes evident very quickly. That is just a reality of life. And let's be frank about Harlem too. There was a time when the city felt like it had fallen off. That is why people constantly reference the idea of making Harlem great again. The talent has always been there, the flavor has always been there, and the swagger has always been unmatched. But the unity was missing. There were too many rappers who didn't rock with each other, too many egos, and too much division. If Harlem had truly stuck together the way boroughs like Brooklyn or Queens sometimes managed to, the entire area could have been running the game non-stop.
Where the wave was invented. Downstairs, under me. Child, ask Biggerville. Y'all call him Biggerville Max B. I know him as Charlie Rambo.
Charlie Rambo.
I'm from the building where the wave was invented, and it was invented after I was born. I'm a top 4. And no disrespect to Biggerville, because that's my brother. That's my little brother. I just spoke to Max motherfucking 2 weeks ago. That's my brother. Max tell you though, I've been outside. I'm from the building where the wave was invented.
Let's be honest, some of the greatest artists, the coldest style, and the strongest cultural impact have come straight out of Harlem. The problem was that they simply couldn't hold it together long enough to dominate the way they should have. Camron spoke the absolute truth, and he even owned up to fumbling the situation by admitting he didn't recognize Max B's real talent back then. And honestly, it makes sense. Charlie Rambo was always the funny one, always cracking jokes and clowning around. Because of this, many people didn't take him seriously at first, even someone like Camron, who knew him personally. But now, everything is different. Max B is out here representing the brand heavily, standing beside Camron and Mase like it's a seamless fit, and showing major love to the entire movement. Shout out to Camron again, because these guys undeniably know how to get things done for Harlem. Max B is also fully embracing the whole horsepower wave from pink horsepower to blue horsepower, the entire lineup. The promotion is currently massive. These gentlemen are real businessmen putting in legitimate work, rolling out merchandise, rolling out products, and building something strong for the culture. I love seeing this progress for the East Coast, for Harlem, and for the entire New York scene. It has been a difficult period, the energy has been off, and the city desperately needed something authentic to shake things back up.
That's kind of how I missed out on Max B. I'm just being straight up honest. And Jim ended up signing him because Jim seen the vision, but because Jim had an outside vision of Max. I grew up with Max, Charlie Rambo, nigga play all day. Nigga throwing piss on the bums, joking all the time. So when he came to me and said he gonna start rapping, I was like, yo, Charlie, stop playing. His exact words was Killa. They were like, no, let's get this shit clicking like Dorothy's heels. I said, yo, this nigga play too much, man. So sometimes you got to see the vision, but it's a lot of people that I seen that not necessarily still live in New York. They live outside of New York, and still people who live in New York will be like, Cam, I'm from Harlem. You got to put me on, da, 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 da. And it's like, bro, let me tell you one thing about Harlem. If you good or you hot, they going to support. Harlem can't wait to branch on to somebody that's good and say, yo, these niggas is hot, or this person hot. Let's move. Let's do it. Not only that, the other bros will pick up. Because you know how many niggas from Queens or Brooklyn or the Bronx, everybody come to Harlem, or at least they used to. So niggas be like, yo, you got a Harlem nigga? You know how frustrating it used to be watching 100 niggas from Long Island get on? EPMD, Eric B, Rakim, motherfucking Bismarcky. And then you think about Queens, you think about LL Cool J, Tribe Called Quest, Nas, 50 Cent, Run DMC. The list goes on. Brooklyn, shit, Big Daddy Kane, motherfucking fat, all these people. So in Harlem, we used to say like, yo, Harlem got a jinx, man. Harlem got a jinx. I don't think none of us ever getting on because nobody had been on since Dougie Fresh, Rob Bass, or Kumo D. It was a drought till Mase came and broke the drought. So
now, we are finally getting good music, quality merchandise, and strategic promotion. Everything is perfectly aligned. The wave is alive again, and its impact is undeniable. This isn't about baseless praise. I can clearly see where this whole situation is heading. Max B is prominently featured everywhere, heavily pushing the horsepower products. If you look closely at the footage, you see Mase in attendance, Camron in attendance. The entire Harlem lineup is in the building, visibly supporting one another. Max B is incredible in the best possible way. His promotional game is exceptional, his charisma is natural, and his unique style is something that cannot be taught. The man simply knows how to sell anything he touches, which is why he moves like a natural marketer without even trying. And he is not stopping there. He has already announced that he is about to drop new music, cooking up multiple projects that promise to be real heat. You can tell he is hungry to fully re-engage with the scene. We must let him speak and let him work, and pay attention to the wave god, because this music might be exactly what the culture has been missing. On top of that, he is outside, collaborating closely with Camron and Mase, two Harlem legends who shaped the entire sound and style of an era. To see Max B next to them again makes it feel like the city is truly waking back up. And let's be honest, some people are simply built for the spotlight, and Max B is one of them. He possesses that natural aura, that magnetic energy, and that confidence you feel the second he walks into a room. The way he dresses, the way he talks, and the way he carries himself, everything fits the role perfectly. I'm telling you, some people have it, and some people don't.
Man, 600 horses, she guaranteed. Fuck, she'll love it too. She gonna eat you up. She gonna eat you for breakfast. Right, baby? You gotta be like that. You gotta hit her with.
And Max B definitely possesses that special quality. Since his return, Max B has been moving with a humble and professional demeanor, and a significant part of Harlem is rocking with him heavily. This entire situation is the ultimate collaboration, no question about it. Max came home and immediately started doing amazingly well, performing better than plenty of people who have been free this whole time. That's simply the truth. I won't drop names, but let's be real, he is doing better than most individuals still caught up in the street life. We all know the history here. The question everybody keeps asking is whether the old beefs will ever be mended so Harlem can truly unite again. But honestly, Max B doesn't even need the other side right now. He is proving it loudly and clearly, moving strongly without any cosign from the old circle. You know exactly who I'm talking about. He already has the ultimate cosign standing right next to him. Given the trajectory he's on, the only direction left is up. Max B is consistently making the right plays, building the right relationships, and strategically lining up the right opportunities.
Got that horsepower, baby. It's a nice big valve. I use it myself.
This resurgence is not just beneficial for Max B, it is good for all of us. It is good for New York City, good for Harlem, good for the entire East Coast, and even good for the culture worldwide. People need to see unity again, especially in this industry where situations often become messy quickly. I don't know if Max B is going to sit down for a podcast interview anytime soon, but if he is around Camron, we all know the doors Cam has open now. That possibility is wide open. Don't be surprised if he makes an appearance in a suit on a show like Talk with Flea or slides onto It Is What It Is, because once you link with Harlem creatives like Camron and Mase, the sky is the limit. When Harlem connects, the creativity hits a whole different level, and these guys might be stepping into a brand new era together. Let me know if I'm overthinking this, but from my perspective, Max B has been making nothing but smart moves since he came home. I salute everyone showing him love and putting him in the right rooms. Shout out to French Montana, shout out to everyone playing their part. But nothing is as impactful as that home connection when someone knows you deep enough to call you Charlie Rambo and not just Mr. Wavy. That is real history right there. Tell me what you think. Will Jim Jones feel a certain way about all this? We all know there's tension between him and Camron, and he might feel like he's being boxed out. I don't know. But honestly, everybody just needs to sit at the same table, make money, and bring that strong New York energy back. If Max B stays in the music lane, that classic sound is bound to return. Real melodies, real Harlem flavor, and real wave vibes. And if he steps behind a desk and talks publicly, he will instantly set the entire internet ablaze.
What do you do for a living? Yo,
What's up, man?
what do you do for a living?
I'm an entrepreneur.
You're entrepreneurial? What's your name, man?
Max Bigger Valve, New York's
Okay.
finest. What's going on, brother?
You make music.
I make everything. I manufacture. I'm a manufacturer. I got the factories. I'm like Henry Ford out this motherfucker.
Henry Ford?
Yeah.
What's next for you? What are you working on right now?
I'm working on the Purge. I'm working on a few other things. I'm working on the Coke Wave Narcos. We're working on treats to come. Stay tuned.
What's one piece of advice you give to somebody watching this video who wants to do something similar to you?
Keep working, man. Put your head down. Keep pushing. Keep running. Don't complain. Max Bigger Valve. Signing out.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right.
Have a good one.
Good?
Yes, sir.
No doubt. All right.
Thank
Either way, the culture ultimately wins. Salute. Before you go, make sure you hit that subscribe button for Crazy H. Drop a comment, smash that like button, and share this video. Help the algorithm push this out by tapping that hype this video button. Thank you.